This looks like a bigger model launch. It is not. Gemini Omni 1.1 Flash is a control upgrade, and that is exactly why it matters. Google has added the 4 things that determine whether a video model can fit inside a real editing workflow: continuation to 40 seconds, locked first and last frames, short video references, and a resolution ladder from draft quality 360p to upscaled 4K. The official examples are strong. The important question is whether the controls are practical once price and constraints enter the picture. Start with extension. The old 10-second ceiling made Omni feel more like a shot generator than a sequence tool. In version 1.1, the model can append a 3 to 10-second continuation to the tail of a clip, and Google says a multi-turn chain can reach 40 seconds in total. The sailor and rider examples show why this is useful. The subject, scene, and camera language can continue instead of resetting every time. But this is not a nonlinear editor. Extension only happens at the end. You cannot insert into the middle or prepend a new opening. Uploaded inputs also have to be 10 seconds or shorter, unless you are extending video that Omni generated across turns. For uploaded footage with spoken dialogue, you cannot ask the extension to add more dialogue. So the honest use case is controlled continuation and silent visual sequencing, not arbitrary timeline surgery. The second change is control at the boundaries. First and last frame interpolation gives the model a defined start and destination, then asks it to animate the path between them. That is useful for transitions, transformation shots, and matching a sequence to a planned edit. Video references add another kind of control. The API can accept up to 3 reference clips, each up to 3 seconds, to carry a likeness or motion cue into the generation. Reference audio is ignored, and Google warns that the model is not reasoning across multiple videos as a combined story. Treat these as visual anchors, not as a small video editing context window. Together, frame locking and short references move Omni from prompt-only generation toward shot construction. They still do not guarantee character consistency or exact text, and the model card says both complex motion and consistency through edits remain open problems. Resolution is now a workflow decision, not one fixed output. 720p remains the default. 360p is the cheap drafting tier. 1080p and 4K are explicitly documented as upscaled outputs, so do not mistake them for native 4K generation. That distinction shows up in the economics. Google lists $17.50 per million output tokens. Using the documented token rates, output-only cost works out to roughly 3.4 cents per second at 360p, 10.1 cents at 720p, 15.2 cents at 1080p, and 30.4 cents at 4K. A 10-second 4K result is about $3.04. 40 seconds is about $12.16 before input charges. The rational workflow is obvious. Draft cheaply, lock the sequence, then upscale only the shots that survive review. The matched chipmunk samples are official examples, not our independent quality benchmark, and at normal YouTube size the difference is more about delivery headroom than a magical leap in detail. Now the operational caveats. Uploaded video editing and extension are not currently available in the European Economic Area, Switzerland, or the United Kingdom. Extending model-generated video across turns is supported in available regions. Voice editing is not supported. Uploaded audio references are not supported. Video references are capped at 3 short clips. English is the only language Google says has been fully evaluated. And higher resolution or longer duration can take more time under load. Google says generated video carries SynthID and that safety filters apply to prompts and outputs. The model card does not establish a complete customer data retention policy, so sensitive source footage still needs a terms and governance review. These are not footnotes. They decide whether 1.1 fits a production pipeline or stays a creative prototype. My verdict is that Gemini Omni 1.1 Flash fixes the right problems. 40-second continuation, boundary frames, reference video, and resolution control form a coherent shot-building workflow. For developers building iterative creative tools, this is a meaningful upgrade over the original Omni launch. For editors who need precise timeline placement, reliable dialogue continuation, perfect text, or repeatable character identity, it is not a replacement for a real editor, and it is not independent production proof. Start at 360p, test the control path with non-sensitive footage, measure retry cost, and reserve 4K for approved shots. The headline is not that Google made a new video model. It is that Omni finally has the controls needed to become a useful component inside one.